Hi, my beautiful kings and queens. Welcome back to my channel. So, kings and queens, before I get started, if you are new here, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell so they can be notified every single time I drop a new video. So, kings and queens, I am back with another word. So, I hear the Lord saying, God says that there's power in being still. He says that you don't have to fight every battle that comes your way. He says, for he is God, and he says that he is going to step in on your behalf and fight that battle for you. God says that is why sometimes we get weak in the spirit, because we feel as though that we have to fight every battle. But God says, if you have to fight every battle, what is he there for? God says that in this season, he says that he is about to go before you in the presence of your enemies. And he says that he's about to make your enemies your footstool. God said that you don't have to fight every battle that comes your way. You don't have to defend yourself. God says that vengeance is his. He says that vengeance is his. So do not feel as though that you have to fight every battle. God says that he said that we must remain strong in the spirit. God says that we cannot be timid. And he says that sometimes we put our energy into the wrong things. Sometimes we fight every battle, and then when it's time to fight for him, God says that we get weary and well doing. He says that sometimes we become weak in the spirit because we have tried to fight every battle. So, kings and queens, I don't know who this is for, but God says that you must know that there is power in being still. God says that you don't have to always defend yourself. He says that he's going to defend you. He says that your enemies are going to see the anointing that is on you. Your enemies are going to see the power that God has placed in you. So God says, be still and rest in him. God says, rest in his spirit, rest in his peace, and know that he is going to make all things possible. God says that he's going to fight that battle for you. He says that you don't have to be so defensive when it comes to certain things. God says that he's going to be your voice. He says that the enemies they're not even going to know what has come upon you, because you have been so obedient to God, because you have been faithful to him. God says that he is going to make your enemies your footstool. He says that he is going to set a table before you in the presence of your enemies. So, kings and queens, please know that God has your back. God says that he has never forsaken you, for he says that he says until the end of time, God said that he will never forsake his children. He says that he has never forsaken any of his children. So God says, why would he start now? Why would God start now? God says that he's about to fight that battle for you. God says that you must be still and rest in his spirit. God says that we must stop trying to play him. He says we must stop trying to play God and know that he makes all things possible. For we are in human form, but God is a spirit. So we must stop trying to play the role of God and let God be our mouthpiece. Let God be our shield. Let God be our protection. So I don't know who this is for, but God says that you must rest in his spirit and know that he is about to make all things possible for you. God says that the thing that has come upon you, the thing that has been clouding your mind, the thing that has been keeping you up at night, God says that tonight, as you lay your head down to sleep, he says you must rest in peace. He says that you must know that he is going to make that thing possible for you. He says that you must know that all things work for the greater good.